And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. Hey, Brent, tonight we got a terrific matchup in the backcourt. Let's rewind here a little bit, go back to when you played. Who were some of the guards you really enjoyed playing against?
What if I start with the list of the guys, Kevin, I didn't enjoy playing against? If I named Allen Iverson, Mitch Richmond, and of course, Michael Jordan. Not the funnest nights at work, if you get my drift, but I did love playing one John Barry.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince, and at the three, the small forward.
It's time for your Clippers Breaker.
Clock at 6. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Morris.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
Russell looking around. George with the ball. Picked up by Edwards. Leonard the pass to Zubac. George against Russell. The rebound by the Timberwolves.
Well, you could tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And, Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction. And you just look at what Marcus Morris has done in his career.
Well, such a solid forward in the game right now, averaging over double digits in the last 8 years. But it's been that expansion, and the fact that he can step behind the three-point line and be as deadly as he's been the past couple seasons. It's been a remarkable, consistent offensive production for his career.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Towns with the steal. Here's Edwards. And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Ball against Russell. Outside, Wall. Out to Morris. Baseline jumper. He can't get that one to fall.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Edwards, that's good.
More and more signs of the skill set of Taurean Prince as he finds an open teammate.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Leonard against Prince. Here's Morris. Looking to end the run. Zubac trying to break loose. They shoot again. Morris with the bucket.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
Outside Russell. Outside Edwards.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Back to Russell. Over Wall. The shot misses. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. Kennard's checked in.
Now into the lineup for your...
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 2. Kennard finds Zubac. George against Edwards. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Showing off those long strides. Really tough to keep Paul George off of his straight line when he's on the bounce.
Up top, Russell. Zubac's defending, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And here's George for three. Rebound, Minnesota. Outside, Edwards. And the foul called on Edwards. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
The Clippers have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Prince against Leonard. Dishes to Morris. Here's George. Edwards with the block.
And the athleticism of Edwards helping on defense, capable of getting up to block shots.
Here's Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
George looking over the floor. He kicks to Leonard. Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
Shot clock at 2. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense.
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. The shot, no good. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
And your Clippers, UCC. And check out who's coming up.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take so far in the Timberwolves?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Kennard in at the point guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. George against Edwards. Kennard on the wing. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Timberwolves leading by 6.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA team to split a venue, but that's going to change soon. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Kennard. Offensive rebound. Zubac. Kennard finds Leonard. Tries again. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And the team likes to use Kennard as a floor spacing kind of player, but he decides to do damage that time inside.
The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. And they're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
Leonard kicks to Kennard. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
A steady hand of the lefty Luke Kennard there. He's able to do it with the foul.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
And guys, I love the movement. Doing a great job of just getting the ball on a string, creating some opportunities.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Out to Edwards. Oh, the lob to Gobert. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And George, here we go. Kennard for 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. It's Gobert with the ball for Minnesota. They lead by 4. Prince, the pass to Russell. Leonard against Prince. Out to Russell. Towns for 3. A shot, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Leonard attacking and finished off by Leonard.
But don't give a cerebral player like Leonard that kind of opening. He'll read that gap.
And with the 15th pick in the 2011 draft, Kawhi Leonard wasn't highly touted coming out of high school or college.
Listen, even in the pros, recognition took a while. How about this? He won Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year before he ever made an All-Star team. Now, one of the 75 greatest.
First half, 2 minutes.
Towns against Morris. Right side Towns to end the cold streak. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. The Clippers trail, and there's the foul. It's on Towns. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Russell against Kennard. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Ball to the Timberwolves.
.127 left in the second quarter. Kennard against Russell. Pass to Towns. Gobert with a screen for Towns. Over Morris. Another miss by Towns.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself. One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. Passes to Kennard. There's 39 seconds left in the first half of the game. Outside Leonard. Kennard on the wing. Clippers moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Morris. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in. Morris has got 5 now.
Working the painted area. Morris with just enough size and quickness to finish the play, even with a hand in his face.
Here is Edwards. 9 points in the game so far. Outside, Towns. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. The Clippers on top. They lead by 2. And a chance now to send it over. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You have to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Nice read out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's McDaniels. And it's McLaughlin in at the point. Kennard, he's checked in for Amir Coffey. Jackson deciding where to go with it. And you hear the term point forward. But then, Greg, you had Magic Johnson. 6'9", but still a point guard. So what's the difference?
Well, when you talk about a point forward, it's someone whose versatility extends to their playmaking. Magic is the rare talent who redefined the point guard position.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Noel. Here's McLaughlin. Carries it from 3-point range. McLaughlin's got his first 3 points of the game.
Pretty much not a player in the league is going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Outside, Batum. The shot from the low post is good.
Batum knowing how to get to the rack.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here's McLaughlin. Down low. Here's Noel. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
The shot by Powell, no good.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's McLaughlin, guarded by Jackson. Here's Reed, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. There's the pass to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Good recognition from Reggie, open teammate.
The Timberwolves trail. Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have injuries have been a factor the past couple of seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but trying to keep this core group of guys together. And if they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
Noel passes to McDaniels. Here's Noel. Back to McDaniel. Minnesota shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Two shots.
He hits the second from the line.
And shaking his head moment there, had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
Outside Jackson. Kicks it to Covington. Fires from deep. Reed with the rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. A nice shot by Anderson. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Capable on the interior to score so long. Slow-mo. Anderson not going to pass up a look like that.
Here's Kennard. And he banks in the layup. Kennard's got 6.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Here's McLaughlin, guarded by Jackson. Here's Noel. Offline with his 3.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Jackson dishes to Batum. Reed with the block. Here's McLaughlin. Kennard covering. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Powell to the paint. Here's Covington, and he gets the whistle. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review it.
Covington.
Previous
Taking
plays,
2 shots.
the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands. So it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. 46 seconds left in the third. Outside, Russell launches it. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. A 2-point game. Powell kicks to Batum. Pass to Kennard. This one for three. It's hauled in by Edwards. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Russell passes to Prince. Out to Russell. Here's Edwards. And that was something else.
And once Edwards gets a step on you, it's likely going to be a bucket or a foul or both.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break.
The Timberwolves, 27. Fans, please give a big round of applause for your...
And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the 1 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
With those long arms and with the high release point, Leonard is practically daring you to foul him.
Amazing the way Kawhi Leonard has evolved throughout his career.
Well, in the early part of his career playing in San Antonio, defense was his calling card. You could even argue that his offense has gotten better than his defense, which is simply remarkable. One of the top all-around players in the NBA. Russell embracing the contact that time and wants to get his way to the free throw line.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. Like, you can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
Their attacking of the offensive glass has also been a success story. All game long, they've been committed to finding those second chance opportunities.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Already such a complete offensive player, yet every year Kawhi Leonard develops his handle just a little bit more.
Russell high post. Morris is there. Towns with it. Guarded now by Morris. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
5 to shoot. And here's Edwards from the arc.
Well, Paul George showing off his defensive prowess right there. Full energy, full focus, and a nice contest.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
The Clippers in the lead. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Wall passes to Morris. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And the powerful frame of Morris, difficult to knock him off his rhythm, and there finishing through the contact.
Outside, Russell. Out to Edwards. Outside, Towns. And shot on the way. And good. He nails it.
And pure cash. Whenever Towns gets these types of looks, he's consistent at spraying.
George against Edwards. Here's Leonard. Second chance effort. George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Anthony Edwards.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Paul George.
And he knocks down the first one.
And George wants to compete for titles, especially considering that he's in the back half of his career.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Russell inside, covered by Wall. Edwards passes to Russell. Edwards dishes to Prince. Out to Edwards. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That was pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Leonard against Prince. And Leonard gets it to go.
And you know he's so good coming off the pick and roll, but what do you have to take away? There's so many ways Leonard can hurt you offensively.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
At the top of the key, Gobert. Up top, Edwards. Nice D from Wall. Clippers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And Morris throws it down.
Just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
Edwards kicks to Towns. And Edwards with the stop.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Outside, George. Morris with a screen on Edwards. George passes to Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. For the 3. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. Morris with the bucket.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Outside, Edwards. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's in! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Unreal. Big Cat, one of the game's great scorers, also deadly in the clutch.
All taking its time here. Outside, George. And he gets it to go.
He might operate primarily on the perimeter, playing out of pick and roll and spotting up for threes, but PG could score on the inside.
The kick out to Towns. Over to Wall. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Well, that's 2 teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
So the Clippers with the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks, for Greg Anthony.
for both of these squads, Clark.
Yeah, there's so many outstanding shot makers and playmakers in the backcourts across the league. I do believe it is clearly a guards league these days. All of these guys can light it up and will light you up. So clearly a shooters league is what you see most of now.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at small forward. Now here's Bridges. Here's Paul. That one no good. And here's Minnesota now. Right side Edwards. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
Ball against Russell. Booker for 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
Well, a big trade over the summer, bringing Rudy Gobert to the Wolves. And it's a bit of a fresh start for Gobert, a main star of this team that is loaded with talent, but needed that defensive anchor.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Paul, outside Booker. The 3. Phoenix no good that time either.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Exactly how you want to run the break. Great execution by Edwards.
Now here's Booker. Bridges outside. Yes, and it's Booker with the setup.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Now here's Russell. Out left to the wing. Here's Prince. Fires in the triple.
And you know Prince is feeling it when he takes this shot. Love the confidence.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Paul passes to Booker. Here's Ayton. Lots of room. He gets it in there.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
Minnesota in the lead. And here's Russell. Gobert with a screen on Paul. Russell to pass to Edwards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Gobert. Outside for Russell.
2 minutes remaining.
Shoots over Paul. Here's Gobert. And finally they hit one.
I love the ferocity from Gobert. Snagging that board and getting the putback, he wasn't going to be denied.
Paul against Russell. Launches it. Paul can't get it to go. For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Russell to pass to Towns. Up and over Crowder. The shot by Towns, no good.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
With incredible agility and reflexes, Gobert excels above the rim.
Paul against Russell. Back to Paul. Over Russell. Paul can't get it to go.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Here's Gobert. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
The length of Gobert is a problem for any defense. And, of course, he uses it so well to draw contact while shooting.
Well, these Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams.
Now here's Bridges. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Bridges has gotten his second bucket.
Well, that time he got the defense off balance with the well-timed pump fake. Nice work.
27 seconds left in the first quarter. Russell, the pass to Gobert. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Booker can't get it to go. Pass to Russell. Edwards for three. He can't get that one to fall. The shot misses. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves finishing the quarter with an 8.
And please give a big round of applause for your Suns Youth Dance Team.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Timberwolves.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
I would like to highlight, too, guys, the excellent passing they've done early on. I mean, they've done a really good job putting the ball into the hands of guys ready to shoot it.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Crowder holding down the forward spots. And it's Ayton in its center, filling out the middle. That's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Back to Prince. Lets the three fly. No good that time. And Phoenix the other way now. Pass to Paul. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
I'll tell you what, it's really remarkable to see it. Just about 6 feet tall, and that might be generous. Chris Paul is a dominant player in the painted area, and he does it with skill and craftiness.
Russell finds Towns. Outside for Russell. Shoots over Paul. Misses off the right iron. The Suns trailing. They get it back. Second chance effort. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, what I appreciate about Ayton is that he wants to keep getting better. You have to be excited about his future.
So he picks up just one from the line that time.
And it didn't take long for Phoenix to match the offer sheet Ayton signed with the Indiana Pacers. Now, there was talk they might let Ayton walk after that fallout during their playoff exit. But Phoenix knew they needed to keep Ayton to remain a contender.
And here are the Suns now, following the score by Minnesota. Bridges with it. Russell covering. Bridges passes to Paul. Some solid defense from Russell. The Timberwolves have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident at taking on defenders and finishing.
Now Paul. Pass to Booker. Over Edwards. Paul. Ayton with it. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Ayton's got 5 points.
Paul is so gifted at creating for his teammates. I mean, he's just got a special knack, and it's one that's been honed over years and years of playing. He really does work hard to get everybody involved.
Now here's Edwards. 10 points for him. He drills it from deep.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Bridges finds Booker. And that one's on target from the wing. Booker's got his first 2 points.
It's tough to contain Booker on the catch and shoot because of his smooth, quick release. Impressive.
Outside Edwards. And no good. 6 for 9 from the field now. Pass to Crowder. To the paint. Here's Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
Good court vision from Booker. He sees a wide open man and gets him the ball for an assist.
Outside Russell. To the middle. Edwards against Booker. Crowder with a steal. And now the Suns fast break. Pass to Ayton. And stolen by Edwards. Here's Prince. And the finish on the break with the slam.
Good gamble that time by Edwards. He, as much as anybody, wants this team to be out in the open floor.
Paul with it. Now here's Booker. Guarded by Edwards. And Booker the bucket on the assist from Paul. Booker's gotten 4 this quarter.
A really nice play by Booker. I mean, he gives you size out of the backcourt and can finish with either hand.
Pass to Towns. Lets it go from deep. Offensive rebound, Timberwolves. Here's Edwards. And he dunks it down.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
For Phoenix, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second. Outside Booker. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half. Driving inside. Edwards pulls it in.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
It's Edwards on the wing, picked by Gobert. 4 seconds left, and again, it's Minnesota converting.
And, you know, we need to keep seeing this from Edwards. It's encouraging to see him sink the mid-range J there.
Anthony Edwards has been on display. Appreciate it, Allie.
Your son, 17. The Timberwolves, 27.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
On the court for Minnesota, Jordan McLaughlin out there with Jalen Noel. Then there's Kyle Anderson. Then it's Jaden McDaniels. And it's Reed in at the 5. Noel and Biyombo with the block.
And this is something Biyombo excels in, timing and blocking shots.
McDaniels against Craig. Here's Noel, 6 to shoot. And the league saw a dramatic rise in the number of take fouls to stop the fast break. Clark, was the time right to make a change?
No doubt about it, B.A. Anything that slows down the game in an artificial manner needs to be eliminated from the game. So I think it was overdue, but the fact that they got to this point is good.
Both good from the line that time. You know, Naz Reid initially went undrafted in 2019.
Hey, B.A., that happens to plenty of talented guys. The NBA is a hard league, and a lot of good players have to sometimes go through things to make it. Luckily, systems like the G League give players like Naz Reid an opportunity to grow and go there. So you keep growing like Reid did, and eventually you might find yourself in the NBA.
Down low. Lays it in off the pretty lob.
Oh, incredible! Save that one. I want to watch it again.
Awesome.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
Here's McLaughlin. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Reed. Kicks it out to Anderson. It's stolen by Johnson. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. This one for 3. It's Shamet on the wing. Now here's Biyombo. 4 on the clock. That shot, no good. Here's McLaughlin. Drives to the hoop. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Assist from.
And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
The shot by Johnson, no good. The Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. It's McDaniels on the wing. Pass to McLaughlin. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now a 12-point Timberwolves lead.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Priority and goal number one has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Outside Johnson. From behind the arc. Drains the triple. Johnson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Here's McLaughlin. To the paint. Here's Reed. He can't hit that time. And Phoenix the other way now. It's Shamet on the wing. Pass to Lee. Now Johnson. Back to Lee. Outside Johnson. Takes a three. And the Suns get another three.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost them 3.
1:10 left in the third. On the wing, Noel. Tipped. Here's McLaughlin. Back to Daniels. Pass to Anderson. Clock at 6. And he lobs it up top. Yumbo with a steal. Here's Shamet. Anderson covers. Inside. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Craig. Back to Lee. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls up on the wing. Rebound Minnesota. They held a 12-point lead earlier.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Outside Johnson. Pure from three-point range. Johnson's got 11 in the second half.
Here in the third, he's really started to heat up from the perimeter.
Here's McLaughlin. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And we've reached the end of the third. Timberwolves ahead, up by 5. We'll take a quick break, and then,
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Johnson joins Biyombo down low. Damian Lee out there with Landry Shamet. And it's Craig in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Minnesota calls timeout.
Here they are, your Suns Panthers.
And the Suns going with a whole new group out there. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He told them, quote, play as if it's 0-0. We want that type of energy and focus. We might be winning, but this game is not over yet. It's a clear message, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Crowder outside. Back to Paul. Pass to Crowder. Over Russell. Here's Ayton. And terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce.
I mean, come on, a 7-footer with a 7'5" wingspan. Aiden beats everyone to the ball and converts easily.
Edwards with it. Booker.
Oh, my goodness! Disrespectful. And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
And the defense is looking almost lost on the perimeter. That opens up a quality three-point shot, and he delivers.
Yeah, I think that might have been intentional. Perhaps was not an accident because he's typically not the guy that's taking that shot at this stage of the game.
And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And the Timberwolves lead by 4. Outside Paul. Up top Booker. Bridges outside. Pass to Paul. And he drives in. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Paul's got 5 points now this quarter.
You know, for a player that's a bit undersized, he's still compactly built. Chris Paul driving the lane, knows how to angle his body, change his release point. Whatever he has to do, he'll do it in order to get his shot off.
Here's Gobert. Ooh, excellent D there from Aiden. The Suns have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Here's Bridges, and it's Bridges with the jam.
And finally, after trailing for so long, they've leveled the score late here in the fourth.
And their greatest enemy during that comeback was the clock. They can finally stop worrying about time and start thinking about how to win this thing now.
Paul against Russell. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Towns down low, covered by Crowder.
Man, how about the cool, calm collectedness of Town? Helps him come through when the game gets snugged.
Here's Paul. For 3, Booker. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Russell against Bridges. Back to Russell. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Towns. Count the basket and the foul. Give that one to Jay Crowder.
Well, I tell you what, so hard trying to corral Towns. He's got excellent strength, good feet, good hands, and he's got a will to score the ball that you've got to appreciate. And there's the ice cream with the apple pie, folks. Excellent trip up the floor to stretch this lead out.
Outside Booker. Paul against Russell. Paul passes to Aiden. The kick out to Paul. That three's off the mark.
He's got to be mad at himself. Won't get a better look than that.
Outside Edwards. Here's Russell. Drops in the layup for 2. Now it's a 7-point Minnesota lead.
Well, you know, this is just who Russell is, in my opinion, guys. A very assertive and confident player who looks to score the ball as much as he can.
Booker, good.
A high-volume score with just too many moves to count. Booker is so dependable under pressure.
Now here's Edwards. There's 47 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Offensive rebound, Timberwolves. The finish, count it.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected.
Slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Russell against Paul. To the inside, Edwards. It falls!
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Look who's coming. It's time to make some noise for your Suns Breaker Dance Crew. All right, Suns fans, give a big
pass to Bridges.
applause for your Suns Breaker Dance Crew.
Booker for 3. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Clutch points from Ayton. We've seen him do it in the finals. DeAndre is a prime-time player.
And that's an intentional foul.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock. No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
Two shots.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Well, I like the fact that Prince does a good job picking his spots. He's not a guy that forces things. He kind of lets the game come to him naturally.
And looking to even the score with a huge three.
You don't want to force it, though. Still need to get a quality look.
So it's a narrow victory for the Timberwolves. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up.
don't mind doing a little jaw.
You're right. They play well. David, thanks. And the Grizzlies start out with the ball. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in at the 3 slot. Now here's Jackson. And that one's good. Morant. Get ready, folks. These two teams love pushing the ball. Greg, we could see a track meet tonight.
Two of the top fast break teams in the league, Kevin. As far as keys, limiting turnovers is going to be big because they each want to get out and run when they get the chance.
And the shot goes down.
And how about the quick eyes there from Towns? Finds a hole in the defense and exploits it there with a nice find.
Here's Morant. Outside for Jackson. It's stolen by Gobert. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And finished off by Edwards.
Man, what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Morant surveying the D. Good on the shot. Morant's got 5 points so far.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Now here's Towns driving the lane. Adams, some nice D.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Payne finds Morant. From deep. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Minnesota with the ball.
We saw glimpses of Ja Morant's potential in his first 2 seasons in the league. But year 3, both Ja and Memphis took it to another level.
Brooks with no one around. Good. And a nice assist from Morant.
Confident and relatively efficient from 3. Brooks gives you another person who can space the floor.
Towns sets the pick for Russell. Passes it to Towns. Takes a 3. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. Another level indeed for Ja Morant, his 3rd season Smitty in the NBA, and now he has joined the conversation for MVP.
Kevin, that scoring average well over 25 points per game. Morant is the leader of Memphis. The Grizz finishing in the top 3 of the West. Incredible for a 22-year-old.
On the clock. Now here's Morant for 3. Here's Adams. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Inside, Steven Adams is always ready for battle, getting the shot off despite the foul.
Second free throw, no good.
And something that gets overlooked is how good of a passer Steven Adams is.
You're totally right, GA. He's gotten much better with his vision. Knows how to find cutters and open guys out of the high post. Plus, he's skilled at throwing those full-court touchdown passes. Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants, keeps the ball moving.
Morant kicks to Bane. Morant against Russell. Back to Bane. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Great vision by Ja Morant. He has the passing talent to average double-digit assists.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Russell passes to Towns. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. Morant with it. Picked up by Edwards. Adams outside. Left side, Bane. And that one drops. Bane's got his second basket.
You like how Adams surveys the whole floor, allowing him to spot the wide open man.
Russell with a wide open look. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Bane. Jackson dishes to Brooks. Bane inside the 3-point line. No good on the shot. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Here's Edwards. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
35 seconds left in the first. Now here's Morant. 5 points in the game. That ball's off target. It's his 3rd miss. He's made 2 shots from the field. Inside, Gobert. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Entering the league raw offensively, Gobert's developed a few moves in the inside.
Up top, Morant. And Adams kicks to Jackson. Morant, right side. And then jammed down as he goes right over Rudy Gobert.
As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
And that concludes a back-and-forth high-scoring first quarter of play. Timberwolves ahead, up 1. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies youth dance team.
And this has been a fairly close game for the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. Pass to Edwards, 11 feet away. No good off the front iron. Memphis has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Back to Brooks. Out to Morant. Jackson from long range. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
And part of the Grizzlies' breakout 21-22 campaign, the emergence of Jaren Jackson Jr.
Triple J, GA, missed most of the 2021 season with a knee injury he sustained in the bubble. When he was back at 100% for the Grizz, he provided serious rim protection, plus the ability to hit a 3.
Towns wide open. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And never lacking confidence from deep. Some big men have to develop that confidence. Towns has always had it.
Payton for 3. Russell against Morant. Shot clock at 5. Over Russell. Payton for 3. They get it again. The pass to Brooks. Memphis moving it around. To the middle. Morant. Gobert with the block.
What a block by Gobert. You expect that from a player who has led the league in blocks.
Towns, the pass to Russell. Towns against Jackson. And it's Towns penetrating. Oh, and the jam by Towns.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. And then Morant grabs it in.
Now you see him, now you don't. There's only a few players that are faster with the ball than Ja Morant.
Russell inside, guarded by Morant. Towns with the bucket.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option with
Offensive end.
Outside, Russell. Kicks it out to Prince. The 3. Here's Gobert. It's Prince on the wing. The dish to Towns. The 3. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. There's Jackson with the 3. It's stolen by Gobert. And Prince with a clear path to the hoop. And the rejection by Jackson. Outside, Towns. From the high post, makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game. You know, Greg, we know to win at the highest level, you need your star players to show up in the big games. With that in mind, what's the key?
You know, it's their will and their ability to fight. If you look at the great ones, even when things haven't gone their way, they continue to scratch and claw and do everything in their power to try and get the W.
Russell finds Prince. Outside, Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. Here he goes. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Steven Adams did not like that at all.
And how about the athleticism from Edwards rocketing off the drive there for the slam.
Adams, the pass to Bain. Dishes it to Morant. And finished off by Morant.
This guy is exciting to watch. Morant gets up and dunks it.
Morant against Russell. And he drives in and finished off by Gobert.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
Here's Adams. He can't hit that time. Gobert with the defensive effort. Edwards passes to Prince. Outside, Edwards. And slam dunk by Gobert.
On the boards, Gobert is unstoppable, easily winning himself a second chance look.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Thank you, David. We'll be back after.
Grizzlies 26, the Timberwolves 34.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
We've got Green. Williams is out there with Brandon Clark. Then it's Jones. And it's Conchar in at the 2-guard spot. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. McLaughlin, the pass to Reed. Here's McLaughlin. There's the feed to McDaniels. So the wing on the left. Here's Noel. And contact up. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul.
The previous play is under review.
Sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands. It was made on the floor.
And you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
The Grizzlies trail by 8. Jones looking for an opening. Over in the corner, Green. Here's Conchar. No good on the triple.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Anderson, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
A high percentage look for Kyle. Has the size and length to be a factor inside.
Jones dishes to Williams. Stolen by Anderson. Inside. McLaughlin, the pass to McDaniels. Some solid defense from Clark. The Grizzlies shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Count that one. Clark's got his first points in this one.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside. I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
And his percentage at the line last season, right at the 75% mark.
That free throw missing. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Here's Williams. Pass to Clark. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Clark's got 4 this quarter.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Passes to Noel. Grizzlies with the rebound.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Clark finds Williams. Outside, Green. Releases. Reed with the rebound.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Jones in the post. Fires at the elbow. Just 5 on the clock. Outside, Green. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. No good from Clark.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
And the wide open shot from Green. Drops in the tray. Green's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Catch and shoot. This is where Danny Green makes his money.
Pass to Noel. 1:10 left to play in the third. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more. The Grizzlies trail by 9. Outside, Jones. The pass to Concha. Back to Jones. On the wing, Green. Pass to Concha. From deep 3-point range. It's it alive. And Clark is right there. Clark's got 6 in the quarter.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
And there's a whistle that goes on John Concha. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. 24 seconds left in the third quarter, and he makes that one. Russell's got 7 points in the game.
Love the decision by Gobert, finding the open teammate, playing smart basketball.
Morant kicks to Jackson. Bain against Edwards. Out to Brooks. Bain for 3. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
And as a defender, Edwards' speed and agility make...
And so it's Minnesota ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3.
He has elite athleticism, makes Ja Morant a threat on the glass, and you know he can finish.
Russell dishes to Gobert. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 5 assists in the game.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. And Edwards with the stuff.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
Russell against Morant. The pass to Bing. Out to Brooks. Memphis moving that ball around. No problems knocking that one down. Morant's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Grizzlies.
Gotta honor Morant's 3-ball. He's more than capable of torching you from there.
The kick out to Towns. Prince outside. Pocket 6. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. That's a 2 from Towns. Off the left rim and out. The Grizzlies trail by 5. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed in there for some reason that I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Here's Russell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the little wrinkles in Russell's game at that time with the sweet up fake.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
Smart ball handling from them in this one. Passing around to get ahead of the defense and putting it in the hands of ready shooters.
And also, guys, they push the ball and been able to score in transition, trying to take advantage of playing in the open floor as often as possible.
Tremendous effort from Ja Morant, letting his team know they can rely on him.
Bain against Edwards. To the inside. Gobert gets the bucket. Gobert's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Gobert looking comfortable stepping into the spotlight right now.
Here's Morant.
Oh, okay.
Talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Down low, it's deflected. It's stolen by Adams. On deep. It's rebounded by Towns.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Morant kicks to Jackson. Out to Morant. Driving the lane. And oh, what a play. He just palms the block. .50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now off the flying from the top of the key.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
Morant, count it!
Every team needs a closer in the clutch. Morant proving he's that guy.
A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Russell with it. Guarded now by Jackson. A kick out to Towns. And so they foul intentionally.
John Morant. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Edwards finds Russell. The kick out to Towns. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Steven Adams did not like that at all.
Unreal. Big Cat, one of the game's great scorers, also deadly in the clutch.
And that's a wrap. Those free throws being the nail in the coffin.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're trailing by 6. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
Well, tough proposition here. They've got to knock down a 3, foul, hope for some misses, then make another 3. I would not hold out much hope.
And so Minnesota takes the win. They seem to relish their...
Well, Doris, we're expecting most of the action to come out of the backcourt in this game.
No, exactly, B.A. Both teams are led by their terrific guard play. The outcome of this game likely hinges on the respective performances of those two positions.
So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the one. And the basket by Towns.
Karl-Anthony Towns can make face-up perimeter jump shots, no doubt. But when he's got this part of his game cooking, look out.
George, a screen on Russell. Outside Wall. To the paint. And George gets it to go on the assist from Wall.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And it's the Clippers on the break. George for three. And the call over the back.
I don't know what he was thinking about there. Easy over the back call.
Really good job to block out there. This is why you want to go put a body on someone when the shot goes up.
And here's Minnesota now.
Boy, when we talk about those elite two-way threats, Paul George's name is certainly high on everyone's list.
Russell, the pass to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
This guy doesn't need to get off his feet that much to get above the rim. Rudy Gobert making his presence felt.
George, good. George has gotten his second bucket of the game. And we know how dominant George can be on both ends of the floor, Doris.
Well, consider he's a great scorer, a three-level scorer, and then he's able to guard perimeter and post players. That combination of size, length, athleticism, he continues to be a major threat in this league. Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Here's Morris. And there's the drive. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Oh, it's embarrassing to miss a dunk, but even more so when you're all by yourself.
Here's Prince. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line.
What we know about Taurean Prince is he's a terrific competitor who knows he's going to lay it all out on the floor every night. For coaches, that is such an invaluable trait.
The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but B.A., those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
Well, superstars understand the contact is part of the game. Paul George willing to play through it.
Russell up top, Wall covering. Russell, the pass to Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. Wall against Russell. Now here's Wall. He's covered closely, and he makes it on the layup.
Nothing to be done on the defensive end. John Wall is just that good.
Outside Russell.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
1:57 left to play in the first quarter. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Gobert's got 6.
Big time effort on the glass.
And when you have a touch that soft, those tip-ins are easier to make. Kicks it to George. And George with the jam.
That's a play that's all about positioning, and Paul George has the elevation to make it easy.
Edwards, a pass to Russell. The Clippers have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall, and stolen by Gobert. Edwards against George. Back to Edwards. Pass to Towns. Five to shoot. Right side, Russell. Towns, a screen on Wall. Russell, and it comes off the front of the rim. George, right side. to Leonard. To the middle. Here's Morris. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
Well, at a healthy 235, Marcus Morris is pretty good at throwing his weight around, especially on the glass.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Towns on a screen. Russell to pass to Towns. Over Wall. Here's Gobert. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
It used to be a smart play to foul Rudy Gobert because he struggled from the free throw line. This guy's so much better now.
He's off on the second. George left side. Into the lane. And the jam by George.
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Clippers. He put together 10 points in the quarter. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Your Timberwolves defense team.
And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Clippers?
The way they just continue to drive right at the defense, they've really been overwhelming them when they do this.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court, and it's Wall in at the point.
Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass. Well, you consider D'Angelo Russell and the fact that he's been a part of multiple organizations. Obviously, he has been a frequent trade piece. The one question is, can he stick with one franchise and establish some success?
Now here's Edwards. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Here's Gobert. Can't get the go-ahead bucket.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Well, his trade activity says something about how desirable Russell is as a player.
I think he's a guy any team could want on their roster because of his scoring capabilities. Very capable of huge nights in the NBA, but the other aspect that's...
Oh, wow! Incredible!
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
Outside Wall. Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. George, no good.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Oh, got a piece of it. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Wall, the pass to Zubac. Stolen by Russell. Towns with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Back to Prince. Over to the wing. From deep. Connects from downtown. Prince has got 5.
Well, just tremendous instincts from Prince. Feeling the defense, getting loose, getting into his catch-and-shoot game. Nicely done.
Outside Wall. Here's the 3. And the Clippers miss again.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
Pass to Prince. Back to Edwards. Here's Prince. Outside Edwards. Gobert with a screen on George. And Edwards, here we go. And he banks in the layup. And it's a 4-point Timberwolves lead. Over the last few years, we've seen the rise of the skilled big. Doris, how's that changed the way basketball is played?
I think, B.A., certainly it has made for a more wide-open game. The advent of that stretch 4, stretch 5, it creates better spacing because you've got to deal with their shooting. To me, it's a much better product for the fans.
And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played.
2 minutes remaining in that. 2 minutes.
Outside Russell. Right wing. Gobert with a screen on Morris. Towns for 3. No good on the shot. And Los Angeles the other way now. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Gobert. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. 9 points in the game. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats. How the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
Well, you know the Timberwolves are a young squad, Doris. When will it be their time, you think?
I think, B.A., when you have a talent that is the anchor of your organization, which they have in Karl Anthony Towns, Cat is one of the most talented big men, most polished offensive players that we've seen in the NBA. Couple him with Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert, and I think you now have to start looking to be a consistent winner. I am anxious to see what this team does this year.
Towns against George. Just 4 to shoot. Towns passes to Russell. Takes the 3. They get it again. Gobert. Edwards finds Gobert. The kick out to Edwards. Tries yet again. It's hauled in by the Clippers. George outside. It's stolen. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Edwards. Oh! Gets it so!
Show us some power!
When you watch Taurean Prince play, you know it's about team. This guy finds the open man and loves delivering it.
The Clippers trail.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
George, a deep 3. And again, no good by the Clippers. Here's Prince. And we finished off one half of play. Timberwolves ahead, up by 7. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Paul George with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Nas Reed out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's McDaniels, then it's Jordan McLaughlin, and it's Noel in at the shooting guard position. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
Well, Luke Kennard's bread and butter, right? The lethal outside shooter who doesn't need much space.
Pass to McDaniels. Lets the 3 fly. Kennard with the rebound. And for Los Angeles, they're shooting a solid 47%. Down low. Here's Batum. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on Nas Reed.
One of the things I admire most about Nick Batum is how consistently he gives effort through 48 minutes. Plays with his head in the game and giving his all-out effort every play. Boy, guys, it wasn't too long ago that the Los Angeles Clippers were the worst team in the league, but boy, have times changed. The Clippers are now an attractive organization for some stars.
Yep, that one's good. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
It's Covington on the wing. Picked by Covington. Kennard finds Covington. And the jam by Covington.
Get up, Mr. Covington. That is a very quick riser.
I mean, a true transformation of the Clippers. They were that team that stars avoided.
They were, B.A., but I think that started to change back in 2011. The trade of CP3 to the Clippers, it started this new era. Then the ownership change helped it even further. And in one summer, let's remember, they signed both Kawhi and Paul George. Unreal transformation.
Jackson, the pass to Batum. Kennard outside. Back to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Batum. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Timeout called, the Clippers.
What I like about the Minnesota Timberwolves, to me, they took a step forward last season. Finishing their highest conference finish since 2004, made it all the way up to the 7th spot in a very competitive West.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Inside, here's Noel. Pass to Reed. Goes back up. It's deflected.
That 7-foot wingspan and the versatility of Nick Batum send it back.
And he slams it in one-handed.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Looking at the progress Minnesota has made, many think the best is yet to come, Doris.
Well, they've made smart draft acquisitions, beginning with young Mr. Anthony Edwards, a big-time talent. And obviously, you've got to grow that young talent. That's exactly how you build a bright future for your team.
Jackson outside. Here's Kennard. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
Nice shot by Kennard. The lefty is so crafty.
Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Pass to Noel.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Now here's Reed. 6 on the shot clock. Here's McLaughlin. Now covers. Here's Reed. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Tough one. In a game where every possession is valuable, turnovers can make the difference.
There's 1:47 left to play in the third quarter here. Jackson outside. Powell finds Jackson. Back to Powell. Shot clock at 5. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Stolen by Reed. McDaniels passes to Reed. And there's the rejection. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. There's 1:17 left in the third. Russell against Jackson. Here's Gobert. Here's Edwards going inside, and Edwards slams it in.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact, doesn't bother him.
Here's the pick. Kicks it out to Kennard. This for the tie! And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 8 rebounds in the game. Pass to Towns. There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Second shot opportunity, and he converts the layup. Towns has got 6 points.
2 things there, guys, to get to that offensive rebound put back by Karl Anthony Towns. Instincts and positioning, both in play.
To the inside, Covington. And the jam by Covington.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
Russell against Jackson. Towns has got room. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter.
No hesitation from Karl Anthony Towns. Ball is delivered. He makes the assist look easy.
No good on the buzzer beater. And that'll do it for the third quarter. The T-Wolves on top. They're up by 5. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the 1.
When Russell gets his teammates involved, it makes this entire team better, and it'll make him more effective at the point position.
Leonard on the wing. Up top, George. And that basket makes him 6 for 11, shooting a good percentage.
Well, Paul George will work hard to get to his spots offensively. Right now, they can count on him to put the ball in the basket.
To the right side. Back to Russell. Morris against Towns. 6 to shoot. Gobert with a screen on Morris. Towns for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got 5 rebounds in the game.
Oh, and the dunk by George! Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy. Focused on finishing firm at the rim. Russell banked it in off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Well, you like to see D'Angelo Russell work his way to the inside. Proves he has some touch in the paint.
The 3, George. That doesn't go either for George.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Out to the wing. And stolen by Leonard. Pass to Zubac. It's George on the wing. Guarded by Edwards. Nice shot by George.
Paul George has excellent instincts in the paint. This guy has the size, the touch, complete offensive player.
And here's Russell to the middle. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Wall, the pass to George. That shot off the mark. Good work defensively by Towns. Over to the left wing. Here's Prince. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. To the paint. Here's George. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Paul George just understands how to use his length and his size. He is such a tough cover close to the basket.
2 shots.
Good on the second one. Edwards with it. Just about 3 minutes through the 4th and final quarter here. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Yeah, I love that they maintain the defensive energy even when they're behind.
On defense, the Clippers. Trailing by 5. Edwards a screen on Wall. And he lobs it up. And Edwards slams it in.
This, to me, is an improving aspect of D'Angelo Russell's game. Reading the pick and roll. Nicely done.
Wall, the pass to George. There's a minute 40 left in the 4th. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Well, that's about tremendous vision. And remember, Paul George has the kind of size that allows him to survey the floor beautifully.
Now Russell. Pass to Prince. Now Towns. Guarded by Morris. Towns down low. He's working on Morris. And he's now 6 for 11 after that one.
Well, the team leans into his ability to carry the offense. And right now, Karl Anthony Towns is a problem for the defense.
The 3, George. Unable to get that one. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Edwards with it. Guarded now by George. Edwards, the pass to Towns. Just 5 to shoot. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. And it's a 9-point Timberwolves lead. Wall against Russell. Wall, the pass to Morris. From deep. Not going to go that time. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Now here's Russell. Outside Edwards. From downtown. No good there. Outside Wall. Fires from deep. The shot no good. And so it's Minnesota with the W. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes the...
The Timberwolves were all business as they came through the tunnel, determined to give their fans a reason to celebrate tonight. Tip-off goes to Minnesota. So the opening lineup for the Suns. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the 5, home in the paint. All eyes, Richard, on the guard matchup in this one with two incredible talents going head-to-head.
And we've been really spoiled with all of these guards that we get to watch. The league today has as much talent at the 1 and 2 as it ever has.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Booker dishes to Paul. Clock at 4. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, D.A.?
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. He said priority number 1 is to not let these guys get going from the perimeter. Do not let them start getting open threes. It's a recipe for disaster. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Devising a strategy to take away that three-point shot.
And look at Ayton get up there. Have to enjoy watching the big man getting tricky with it.
So looking it over. The kick out to Towns. Over in the corner, Edwards. Drills the three-pointer.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
Now here's Paul. The pass to Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
And looking back to Devin Booker in that 2015 draft, this guy went 13th overall.
What a steal. Plus, Book was the 4th guy taken from his own college. I think that put a giant chip on his shoulder, fueled Devin to the all-star he is today.
It's rebounded by Towns. The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And finished off by Edwards.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Paul against Russell. Paul passes to Ayton. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's Russell. Pass to Edwards. Some solid defense from Ayton.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
It's tipped and taken away by Paul. And Phoenix pushing it up now. And Booker puts up a deep 3. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Prince with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Towns kicks to Prince. The kick out to Towns. Over Bridges. Towns with the bucket. Towns has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Improving to be a prolific scorer from anywhere on the floor. That's a gimme for Towns.
Paul dishes to Johnson. Oh, and here comes Prince all alone. Wants to get it to Edwards and does. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Paul passes to Booker. To the paint. It's stolen by Gobert. Inside. Outside, Towns. Pass to Gobert. Over Paul. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by Towns.
Not a whole lot you can do. Even when Gobert is under pressure, he finds a way to finish.
Right at the free throw line. That's good on the jump shot.
Found some space to get off the mid-range, and he'll do damage from there if you let him.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
outside. Towns fires from 18. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Towns has got 6.
And here's a guy in Towns who can get buckets inside and out, and you throw in the mid-range, and Cat makes you guard him at all 3 levels.
Now here's Booker. Kicks it out to Paul. Three-pointer. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 5.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Booker with no one around. Another 3 for Phoenix.
At the arc, Booker is pretty efficient. This man can hurt you from downtown if you're not careful.
Edwards. A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Timberwolves lead by 1.
Your Timberwolves defense team.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Minnesota. And so it's Paul bringing it up for Phoenix. They trail by 1. We've seen the Suns get back to being one of the league's elite passing teams, RJ.
That was the trademark of the Steve Nash era. And look, they've returned to a brand of team-first basketball. It's allowed them to join the ranks of some of the top teams in this league.
2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Here's Towns. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
We know the league's cracking down on those dangerous plays that risk a player's health. Why was that less of a focus when you played?
That's a great question. I think it's smarter to approach the game this way. We don't want to have unnecessary injury because of guys maybe just taking it a little too far with the physicality.
Bridges misses.
Well, some trips you get the shot you want, it just doesn't fall. I'd go back to him in that area on the floor.
Here's Towns. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Towns has got 10.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Johnson outside. Minnesota with the rebound. Side Towns, kicks to Gobert. Here's Edwards, driving to the basket. Bridges with the board.
Why? Just why? Come on, man. Save that one for practice.
Paul dishes to Ayton. Booker outside. Back to Ayton. It's stolen by Gobert. To the middle. It's stolen by Johnson. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Bridges passes to Paul. For 3, Booker got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Phoenix. Russell kicks to Towns. Sweet move. No good off the back of the rim. The Suns leading.
And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. 3rd all-time in career assists, 2nd all-time in career assist percentage. And he looks far from done.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
For 3, Edwards. And there's Gobert putting it right back in.
And just an excellent rebounder. Gobert is so good at using that incredible wingspan to track down those additional scoring opportunities.
Booker the pass to Ayton. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. It is hard to forget the crazy draft night for Bridges in 2018. Drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, his mom was an employee with the team. But he was traded an hour later to Phoenix. He says, it was tough, but once I came here, I loved it. The group of guys we had, I knew I wanted to be here. And they are sure glad they got him, Kevin.
They are indeed, no doubt. D.A., thank you.
He has no deficiencies. He has no flaws in his offensive game. Booker, he's capable of dropping 30 on any given night against any given player.
And they've repeatedly broke inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Booker outside. Bridges finds Booker. A shot. Bridges misses.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Bangs home the trifecta. And now a 5-point Minnesota lead.
And that's why Cat went first overall. This dude is 6'11" with perimeter skills, a sweet shot, and unstoppable when he's on.
The three from Johnson. The rebound by Prince. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so. My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Al Paul. He's got 5. Booker looking around. Passes it to Bridges. Back to Booker. 5 to shoot. The Suns need to get a shot off. Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot.
To the inside. And stolen by Prince. And so it's Minnesota. Bringing the court. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go.
31. The Suns. 24.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Torrey Craig is out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Cameron Payne. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Biyombo at the 5.
And I tell you what, he looks fresh coming out of halftime. If that possession's any indication.
Karl Anthony Towns checked in for the Timberwolves.
Make some noise for the first Avenue.
Here's Payne. And he commits the intentional foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
First team foul. Now into the lineup for your Timberwolves. Kyle Anderson.
Craig kicks to Biyombo. And there's the pass to Shamet. Pass to Craig. Misses the 3. Timberwolves leading by 9. Pass to Noel. From deep 3-point range. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
Some ball.
It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Here's McLaughlin. Payne covering. Reed gets the bucket.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Payne dishes to Biyombo. And Jordan McLaughlin picks up the foul here. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Here's Payne to Biyombo. Outside Crowder. 5 on the clock. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the bump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Noel passes to McDaniels. Wants to get it to Reed, and does. And the layup's good off the glass. And now it's a 10-point Minnesota lead.
big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Anderson with the ball, working on Payne, got a piece of it, and stolen by Payne. Craig, good.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
And making sure they convert by finishing strong.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. McLaughlin, the pass to McDaniels. The layup off target. Suns trail by 8. Here's Shamet. And the three ball is good. Shamet's got 6 here in this quarter.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
2 minutes.
This is to Noel.
2 minutes.
Biombo with the block. Anderson inside. Craig is on him. Here's Reed. Off on the layup. Phoenix has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Crowder kicks to Payne. Back to Crowder. The pass to Shamet. Anderson against Crowder. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's McLaughlin. Banked in off the glass. McLaughlin's got his first 2 points.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Pass to Shamet. Right wing. Biombo dishes to Crowder. Back to Biombo. Knocks it loose. Now, here's Shamet. Defense is right there. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the third. Reed gets the bucket. And it's a 9-point Minnesota lead.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
Payne passes to Biombo. From deep. Unhindered, going all the way. And finished up by McDaniel.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Anderson with the block. Now, here's Reed. Covered by Biombo. Over to the left wing. McLaughlin. 3 seconds left. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Timeout call, the Suns.
Please give a big round of applause for the Bucks.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Karl Anthony Towns.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
The lift he got from this home crowd has been obvious. There's nothing fans love more than getting a big game out of someone other than one of their stars. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, guys, I had a chance to listen to what Monty Williams discussed with his players. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now. We're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Ayton, a screen on Russell. Down low. Gobert with the block. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ayton. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And here's Russell. Prince outside. Shot clock at 5. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, I credit some of that to their communication out on the floor. They are attacking as a unit.
Count it. Ayton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And this is what Paul is known for. He is a shrewd distributor with a pass-first mentality.
Outside, Russell. He kicks it to Towns. Prince wide open. And another 3 for Minnesota.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go into the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Minnesota leading by 17. Deep. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Russell with it. Outside Edwards. Prince in the corner. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. 6 to shoot.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Fires for 3. Another miss by Prince.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And here's Booker from the arc. Ayton kicks to Biyombo. And here's Booker from the arc. Nailed from three-point land.
And from the corner, Booker is not a player you can forget about.
Russell against Paul. Russell dishes to Prince. Shot from the wing. Rebound by the Suns. Ayton's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Biyombo with it. Guarded now by Prince. And Ayton throws it down.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Timberwolves.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Karl Anthony Towns.
I think people could learn a lot from how versatile he was in this one. Whatever the situation was, he found a way to be a difference maker.
Now here's Prince. From deep three-point range, and it's Ayton with the rebound.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
And he recovers it. Biyombo, no luck.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
tonight, this could come down to the backcourts, Grant. They're both very talented.
Yeah, B.A., you know I love great guard play. And, of course, each team has some serious skills at that position. So expect a fast pace of play, lots of threes. It should be one heck of a matchup.
And the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Bain and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Morant in at the 1. Now here's Russell. Pass to Gobert. That falls. Nice assist by Russell.
I can't emphasize enough what reading is all about. That's seeing the game in front of you, another way to put it. Russell making a great choice for the assist there.
Here's Morant.
Morant with the slam! He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
Jackson, the pass to Brooks. Outside Morant. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Russell with the ball. Guarded by Morant. Pass to Towns. Lets it fly. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
You know, when he referred to himself as the greatest big man shooter of all time, Karl Anthony Towns certainly raised some eyebrows and sparked some debate in the NBA fraternity.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that. That's amazing play down in the big boy area, powering that thing down on a much taller defender.
Morant against Russell. Pass to Bain. Kicks it out to Jackson. And stolen by Gobert. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Edwards. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Jaren Jackson picks one up.
Great use of the dribble drive by Edwards there, earning himself a trip to the line.
You know, with Towns, there's no doubt he's a lethal shooter from downtown.
Well, the numbers don't lie, man. This guy, B.A., has been around 50, 40, and 80 throughout his career. 50% field goals, 40% three, and 80% free throws. Tell me how many big guys can match up with those numbers. Very few.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air.
A circus dunk for you right there, guys.
And stolen by Bain. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
One of the faster players in the league, end to end. I mean, few people can run with Morant.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
Russell against Morant. Up and over Russell. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. The kick out to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Minnesota.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense. Getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
One other factor today, points off turnovers. I mean, let's see if they can keep up the pressure, capitalize off more forced miscues.
Now here's Russell. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Towns passes to Russell. 5 on the clock. Back to Towns. Let's go with a 3. Doesn't go that time. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. And stolen by Edwards. Oh, Brooks with the steal. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Here's Jackson by himself. And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
The kick out to Edwards. 32 seconds left in the opening quarter. And it's Bain with the rebound. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Three-pointer, Brooks. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 9 from the floor. Russell to pass to Gobert. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Russell's got 4 assists in the game.
Boy, the former second overall pick has really worked on his passing. That was an outstanding find by Russell.
Morant with the slam! Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climbs.
Ja Morant, he's feeling it. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3. So that's the Timberwolves 5. To the wing, right side. Towns passes to Edwards. Back to Towns. Clock at 6. Elbow shot. And he hits the jumper.
You know, with his three-point shooting and inside scoring ability, I think that's the key shot for Towns. The in-between mid-range shot, and he's pretty much unguardable when he's knocking that down.
Hits a three-pointer. Jackson's got 5 now.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Edwards finds Russell. Three-pointer. Gets the 3 to fall. Russell's got his first 3 points of the game.
Guys, you can just about count on it. If you score on Russell, you better believe he's looking to come right back at you.
Jackson against Towns. Jackson can't get it to go.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
The kick out to Edwards. Morant against Russell. Back to Edwards. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries. Grant, we always talk about great footwork for post players, but how about perimeter players?
You know, I'm glad you brought that up, B.A. Great perimeter players have elite footwork. The footwork helps to create the opportunity to score, whether that's shooting a 3 off the dribble or even in the post-up. Great, elite, fantastic, iconic guards who can do it all have superior footwork. Believe that.
Gobert with a screen on Brooks. Pass to Gobert. Oh, Brooks with the steal. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Morant against Russell. Morant, the pass to Bain. The 3. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. 5 points in the game. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for Memphis.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
Yeah, we got to talk about how pestering they've been on defense, forcing turnovers and finding ways to score off them.
Minnesota with a rebound.
Not really the best decision. I mean, get the easy 2, but for sure 2. No need to make it fancy and special.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine. Even if he'd have missed it, I don't mind taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
All right, now a timeout called by Memphis.
Time to see some awesome dance moves, fans. It's time for the First Avenue Breaker.
And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. And then Russell with the dunk.
Oh, you love to see that kind of vision from Gobert. As much attention as he draws from the D, there's bound to be an open man, and he just got to find him.
And there's a whistle. He'll head to, and in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
People were worried that this would slow the
taking 2 shots.
Previous plays under close calls in every game. The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're at it.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
For Minnesota, they've gotten 7 of their first 9 shots to drop during the second. Outside Russell. Picked by Gobert. Here's Prince. Three-pointer, no good. Memphis trailing here. Jackson with it. Towns covering. Adams inside. Towns on him, and it's Adams missing. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Down low. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time right in the shooting pocket.
Russell against Morant on the wing. Bain. Outside Morant to win the run. Here's Adams. Left side Bain. Picked it out of midair. It's Edwards on the wing. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves leading by 6 as we wrap.
31. The Grizzlies, 25.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of it.
On the court for Memphis, Tyus Jones is out there with John Conchar. Then it's Brandon Clark. Then it's Green. And it's Williams in at the power forward position. Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Jones, the pass to Green. 6 to shoot. Fires the 3. Here's Clark. Oh, and Reed with a block. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Throw it down on the lob.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
Minnesota in the lead. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Oh, Green with a block.
Excellent defender is Danny Green. He's instinctual, and he's got great court awareness defensively.
Knocks it down from distance. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Here's Conchar. To the left wing. Clark finds Green. Back to Williams. Stolen by Anderson. McDaniels with it. Guarded now by Williams. Pass to Reed. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot three.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
And he can't hit the second. And he misses all three. Memphis has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Pass to Green. Here's Clark. Stolen by Anderson. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Pass to McLaughlin. Shot clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Launches it. It's rebounded by Memphis. Oh, deflected. Stolen by Anderson. And he's going for the oop here.
Nice touch on both ends of that alley-oop.
Hey, when he let go of the pass, I had no idea what he was going for.
Neither did the defense.
The kick out to Williams. From deep three-point range, Anderson pulls it down. The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Noel. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Memphis has gone 5 of 8 from outside the three-point line in this one. Clark right side. On the wing, Conchar. Back to Clark. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
The ideal pass for that situation. Great instincts.
Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. To the inside. Hey, great communication on the lob. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. They trail by 9. Clark finds Williams. Back to Clark. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass getting it done.
Oh, beating everyone to the ball. Great activity on the offensive glass.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Anderson passes to Reed. That one doesn't drop. And the Grizzlies going the other way now.
Timberwolves foul. Jalen Noel. First personal foul.
So Memphis ends up going with a new group. Morant, pass to Adams. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Power it home!
Oh, wow!
And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Ooh, that's a tough spot to be in as a defender. With that height disadvantage, it's very hard to protect the rim.
Oh, my! Big time right there.
I mean, just an agile move by Morant down low, working around the contact and getting it to go.
Here's McLaughlin. Outside McDaniels. Up and over Brooks. And so it's Minnesota with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Well, when you win the battle of turnovers, you... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him. That's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3 slot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. And here's Morant outside. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got his 5th rebound in this one. Inside. Wide open look. Here's Gobert. The 3 from Russell. Knocks down the triple. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
Russell does a good job taking whatever the defense avails. He doesn't need to look for other options. He's got a good look.
Here's Morant. From 15 feet away. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss. Minnesota has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Towns down low. Brooks defending. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Brooks with it. Prince is there. And the dunk by Jackson.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Towns for 3. Knocks down the long J.
If Towns gets a good look at the 3, you feel like it's going in.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Edwards against Bain. Towns a screen on Bain. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Prince. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. Outside for Russell. Now Towns. Over Adams. Here's Gobert to the left side wing. Towns for 3. And he stays with it. Here's Prince. For 3. Oh, the swat by Adams.
Oh, a fantastic defender. Adams embraces his role on this team as their defensive anchor.
Nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Tipped. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. Minnesota's got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Outside Edwards.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And an intentional foul right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Minnesota shooting 27% here in the fourth. Brooks against Russell. Towns a screen on Brooks. Another shot. And he connects with a jumper. Russell's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Gliding and gliding off the pick and roll. Russell makes the smart choice to take it himself.
Morant, no good. The Timberwolves shooting has been good. Around 52% from the field. Towns against Morant. That shot missing. And it's Memphis the other way. From deep. And Brooks with a basket on the assist by Morant. Brooks has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Brooks has gone 1 for 2 from the three-point line.
And they just didn't have enough to overcome this deficit. Chalk up this game as a fantastic victory for the Timberwolves.
I was really impressed with their attitude today, Grant. Competitive game. They battled through every step of the way.
And BA, can you say big time effort and energy? I mean, just a tremendous performance. They were well deserving of this win.
And what a huge performance it was for D'Angelo Russell.
Well, I thought he was their catalyst tonight, guys. Moving the rock, actively looking to set other guys up. Outstanding work.
Edwards against Bain. Now here's Edwards. Defense right on him.
Bain. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second.
So much confidence coming from Anthony Edwards. You can just see it. This is a guy who knows he belongs in the league and is hungry to be great.
From deep three-point range. And again, it's Memphis with a three.
Man, oh man, that's just absurd range. He can pull it up and hit it from just about anywhere.
Outside Russell. On the clock. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. So that'll be a second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot two. First free throw is good. And that stretches their lead to 8.
You know, Russell's known for his scoring ability, but I like the fact that he's eager and hungry to continue to improve.
When you've got your opponent down, don't let him up. This one's all but over.
So we see the Timberwolves get the win here. A clean win. And what...
Grizzlies.